Testing one. One, two, three, and five. Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's get started without doing any talks. All right. Let me share my screen. Okay. Right. Yeah. I think we did some work on the last week. We actually did some pretty good stuff about tracing, and I made some improvement over the weekend, I guess. And then let's see what I did, and I'll show you right now. So basically, earlier we had to like manually add some code to our own library, our own pages to track tracing support, to add tracing support. But I may change it to like have something, a single config like this. So something like this. And basically here you register register listener, and you can get the trace. That's it. Then you can send it to like any place. Maybe it's it's a service like dashboarding service like Honeycomb, or maybe it could be something like maybe you can send this to even Mixpanel and even Google Analytics as well. So that's the story, and it works really nice. So then so basically if I render this page, so yeah, there are some logs. So then I can expand this. So basically I get a like, so we access get static props, and this is the path name, page name, and the time spent on. And so we talk to GitHub twice, like that. And let's say I'm trying to log in, so then I can have more information because I'm tracking API routes as well. Right, you can see API get like this information here, and there's a special one. I think this is the token one. So where was it? Like there are a lot of stuff. This is the next dot one. Basically it's the GitHub authorization URL, the callback URL, and this code is not so secret. It's expired anyway, so it doesn't matter. So here we talk to GitHub 3 times, and inside the payload you can have the reasons as well. So like this. So then I send this information to a dashboarding service, Honeycomb. So then we can easily visualize this information in a nicer way, right? Let me show you that. Right, this is it. I'm gonna run the query again, so I can have this data. So let me focus that area, and I'm gonna run it again. So yeah, okay. Maybe it doesn't send those data anyway. Somehow something got all right. Anyway, like you could understand, maybe something has happened with my settings or something. I earlier cracked these things. You can see it like this, and then yeah, you can go into a single trace like this. For example, let's click this one because it takes a lot of time. So you can see we access localhost. All right, so that's interesting. Yeah. So what's the URL? Okay, it's accessing the session. So in Next.js, you actually do another API call to get the session, even inside the server. Yeah, that's why you can see this. So likewise, you can see all the details in a nicer way in a dashboarding service like this. Yeah, that's the story. But the problem was like when I tried to deploy this into Vercel, this didn't work. It's not a problem with Vercel or serverless. The reason is when we export this our tracing, our Next.js application with the tracing support, with serverless export, like serverless bundling approach, so they don't. So it doesn't really work because I did some crazy things to get this working. So let me show you some of the monkey patch I did. Yeah, let me do this. All right, and me open this one. APM. Yeah, you can see I'm talking like some of the like this is something I don't really want to do, but anyway, just to get it working, I did this. I'm trying to load something here inside the this directory, and I'm wrapping it around and do some stuff like so this is not something we should do, and but that's the nature of APM services, tracing services. They tend to do things like this. But this time I want to get rid of this because it doesn't work anyway with serverless, and I think with Next.js, I think most of the people run Next.js apps in a serverless mode with Vercel or some other provider. So then we should support that, and even I run like that way. So then I decided to like simply fork Next.js and not actually fork into create another branch, but just to like add this tracing support into the core. Yeah, this will be something interesting because I haven't worked with the core for a long time. I go through the code base and it looks familiar, but interesting. It's a new experience. So I cloned the repository and I installed the npm modules, and that's all I did. So let's try to do something with Next.js core. Right. Right. Let me open my fork version of Next.js. So my plan today is to like try to like get these, maybe not everything, but at least get some like initial working solution, so then I can maybe deploy into Vercel to see whether our tracing support is working or not. So that's my goal. Yeah, that's it. And let's see. Right. So this is my fork. So let me little bit expand this. So we have a lot of stuff. I think we have a README for the contribution guide. Yeah, we have it. So yeah, let's open this on Google. I mean, in the browser, which anyway. So let's go through this. All right, then right, I need to fork the repo. I did that. I need to create a new branch. Yeah, let's do that. And install yarn. All right, and yarn dev. Okay. Right. So then test. Yeah, I don't. No, not. I really don't want to do that right now. Then let's running the integration apps. Okay, running example apps can be something like this. So you can simply say yarn next your test example basic CSS. Okay, that's interesting. We do this approach, and I know like if I there's a way to like run Next.js, the local version of Next.js with my own application, but the problem is we have to do something like this in package JSON. So then every time I change some code, I have to run npm install, and it will it will actually, it's not a good solution if you're developing it right now. Yeah, maybe at the end we can try this, but right now I'm gonna do this way. Integration apps mode there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Okay. First, yarn dev to build and watch for code changes. So this is what I have to do this in a new terminal, and then I have to run my apps like this. All right. Looks good. Yeah, let's do that. Let's open up a terminal and try to do these things. All right. Okay. So usually I'm using Tmax terminal with a Tmax in a different screen like this, but the problem is when I'm doing things like this, there's a like little like in the live stream it doesn't look nice, so that's why I decided to like keep, I mean it was a request in the last stream, so keep in the single desktop, and yeah, then let's try to work with that. Right, let me open a terminal from VS Code. Right, and let me try yarn dev. Okay, there are a couple stuff doing. Okay. Okay, interesting. So watching source compile into this. So is it compiled? I hope so. So let me check the code again here. All right, and we have packages, and it should be next. Okay, do we have list? Interesting, we have some stuff build. So let me delete this directory, and oh, what is this? Compile lib files. Oh, right, now it's just finished, like okay, right, it's right, okay, it works. So then everything looks good. Let's run some example application just like provided here. In here I can simply run what's the script. I can deploy on your own, not that one. Contributing, let me open this. Should be download manually, create next step, not no, right, this one. So basically I need to run yarn next, and then this one. So let's open package.json and see what this yarn next does. Script should be next. All right, it should be node. Okay, trace replication. I think this is some kind of Node.js tracing, not next tracing, which I am we doing today. Interesting comment on Twitter, on YouTube. Okay, thanks. Right then, right, okay, and we have, it goes to the next package inside the monorepo and try to call the next, which is it's standard. So let me run a simple application and try to see how things work. All right, I think I can create a new terminal in VS Code. I hope so. Oh, what happened to the previous one? Oh, okay, I can grab it from here. That's what happened the last time. I couldn't find the terminals, then I killed everything and started again. Okay, right, then should be on next, and I want to give some example. Should be basic CSS. We have, that's what was, right. So it runs on 3000. Right, let's go to the port 3000 and see how this is working. Okay, 3009, right, this is 3000. Okay, that's hello world. All right, now it works. I mean, like, it works, the application works. And then let's try to do some tracing. Try to go deeper and try to figure it out, what's try to hijack, not I think I think it's not the word hijack, but try to like add something into the running process, and doing something. Okay, let me expand this a little bit because I'm not, let's keep it like this anyway. So let me hide the terminal and the file system. Let's get the display and let's hide the terminal. Right, and I need to go to the packages, and it should be on next, and there's a directory called next server, and this is where I think I need to work on. And I think server, is it index? Oh, router. So let me close this. Contributing, okay, and I think it's okay, where was I? All right, okay, what happened? Okay, here, server. I think something like this. I think next server, is it? So let's keep it open here, and I need to look at route as well. Okay, the two things. I think this is the places I should check about, like load component, and I need to check whether we are calling this load component, and that's a good sign. I can quick that. So we have 3 files. So we are located on the next server, which is inside the next directory. Now next package, when you install next, you get this, and that's it. So let me do this. Oh, that's interesting. So I can easily end the size. Okay, right, right side, we have 3 files. and we have something called load component, and let's check whether which one calls load component. All right, that's this one. So this is the place I think we have to work on. Right, we call it, I think the interesting thing is this is TypeScript, so then it will be really hard sometime to do very crazy things. I mean, especially hacking thing, but let's see. Increment the cache. Then the place we should track is handle request. This is the place we need to track. We need to like do something here. So before we do anything, I think somewhere here, let's try to add a simple console log so we can see on the browser terminal. So then if that's printing, so we are good to go. All right, console log. Okay, we are here. Right, then I need to pass URL. Okay, so I will simply rick.url, so which is enough. Right, okay, nice. Next, completed compiling server files, which is good. Right, then let me open the terminal again. Control, I think it's command, yeah, somewhere here. Right, next, I think it will compile everything and works fine. So then I think I have to like start this file, start this process server again to see something useful, because I changed the code base, I guess so. Yep, we can see some data. We are here, okay, which is good. I think we don't need to do anything for static. Anyway, let's think. If you're running a local version of your, yeah, in the servlet mode, it doesn't matter anyway. Static files. Anyway, that's something we can track. Like if someone needs, yeah, let's keep it like this way. Right now we have it. We have that. Let me run this page. All right. So then it ran this page. Then let's see whether I have some information, some data. There are a lot of things are with Next underscore. I think that's for the development bundle, I guess. I need the page information as well, so which is not available here, which is okay, we have. Right, and yeah, I think these are just because of the dev server, I guess. Maybe only these two files. Anyway, so now we have go into the Next.js, and we have the place we need to track information. So that's it. And then let's move over the code I wrote for in the last week and try to add tracing server. The interesting thing with our tracing approach, and we are not introducing any external library into the Next.js core. We simply use stuff available on Next.js, Node.js, and yeah. And in the if you talk about serverless, when you're running in lambdas, so there's no any overhead at all, because in lambdas we run one request at a time. So then we don't add anything to like to do the tracing. So it's a really good thing. So we can trace, I mean, each and every part in our application without any overhead at all. Then if you use a Node.js server, deploy using Heroku on your custom server, we have to use Node. I think we can use previous version of Node, but I think we have to use something Node 13, 10 or something like that. So in there we have a very interesting way to like get tracing information. So then we can use that. So otherwise we have to use some library, and it doesn't work really well. It works well, but there's a memory leak. So then it doesn't fix that problem as of right now. So then it will be a problem. So we could work on that. But anyway, the problem thing is, even though you use a custom server, deploy your own into a server, and it works. But yeah, it's not a big deal tracing to do. So this will be efficient, and it's pretty cool. Right, let me move over stuff I did here. So I think I need to use a terminal. So let's create a new one. I think I created, let me think. Okay, so where am I? Okay, here. Right, let me copy stuff I did. Right, okay. So where should I put those things? And the lib. Yeah, let's do that. I put some in next APM, in lib and APM. So I have some files here. I don't need everything, but I need couple of them. So then I'm gonna get this into my Next.js application, which is on TypeScript, which is interesting. But anyway, so let's rewrite that file anyway, so we can do that. Should be on what we try to do here. Okay, then we had to copy Next.js and the packages. Is it packages? Oh, interesting. And should be recursive. Don't you have? Oh, it's not CD. Yeah, it should be CP. Right, and the packages and what else? It should be next server. Yeah, that's where I need to land this folder. Right, yep, and it started, which is good. And let's come back here. All right, and we have the APM. Yep, interesting. Nice. I think we don't need this. Yeah, we need this thing, but not everything. We need to wrap HTTP, which is something we need. Let's keep it like this way. And we don't need to wrap next because we already doing that inside Next.js core. We can get rid of that. User hooks. Yeah, I think this is something we need. APM config. We can think about this later on. Yeah, let's think about it later on. How to send this data to some other place. Right, and that's it. And yeah, I think so. Right, track time. Okay, that's not what I want. And register listener. Right, okay, so run with store. So this is the one I need to so let me expose this file. So here what's happening is here I'm running my application with the tracing context. So then Next.js and other libraries can trace information. So then we can get some information that I showed earlier with some. So this request take this much of time, like that. Right. Okay. Let's export this. Run with store. This is as a export. So shall we continue this on TypeScript? Anyway, I don't know. I'm quite afraid to use TypeScript. Interesting. Yeah, let's comment these files. We don't need them right now. So let's write this in TypeScript. So which is good. Index.ts. Let's rename this file. And then it's easy. Right. Okay. Right. Then we have async local storage. Oh, wow. What was that? There's no exported member. Why was that? Okay, is it we're running an older version of Node.js? That's interesting. Maybe it's a type. So let's get rid of that and keep working on JS. I think this is not a time for the live stream, so we should save time. Right. Anyway, let me export this file. Export function, not file. Right. Yeah, export function. Run with store. The payload. This is some information about my request. So basically this should be a request and some other information. So that's all we need. Yeah, and the function is wrapper we are running. All right. Then we have local storage and we run it like this, and otherwise we simply run it like this. And we have register listener. So then when the process is done, so they will get a notification and notification. And then how doing it, let me see how we can do that. Grab next, run with store, and this is notify listeners. Right, then I'm doing that notify listeners. Let me check where I'm calling this. Then right, okay, I think, yeah, here notify listeners. This is where I think I can do this after the request is end. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, let's think about it. Then we have to do some yeah, I don't like to track like this that way, but anyway, let's do it, because I might need to override the end of a request, which is not that good. Right, let me do that. Run with store here, which is fine. And then here, rather than payload, I think I should accept the request at the end. How can I do that? Okay, let me think about it for a little bit, while. Yeah, let's accept the request object as well. Why not? Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm accepting the request as well. Right. Yeah. So instead of payload, I'm accepting a request, and I'm creating a payload inside here. Const payload should be, let's just get the URL right now, just for the reference purpose. Right. Okay. What was that? Payload. Yeah, that's it. Right, that's it though. Yep. And then the request. Yeah, I need a response as well. Request, response, and a function. Yeah, this is how I need to hack, which is pretty bad, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Response.end. I'm gonna wrap it. So I'll find a much better approach when I'm doing actual PR. So I have, so there should be like much better way to do this. Original resident. The idea is I need to like detect the end of the HTTP call, HTTP request, so then I can pass some information. Right. Right. Then I'm gonna wrap it. And some function. Right. And I'm gonna call yeah, this. Can I? Okay. Right. This is not the place I'm doing it. Right. I'm wrong place. Okay, I think I need to get all this information, and I need to pass it here. Right, then I do a format. Right. Okay, and then I need to call the original rest end dot call. Should be rest, and then yeah, thanks. Right, like this. Right, then that's it. So yeah, I think I need to put return statement as well. So I simply override the end, and then here I can do this notify call basically. I can listeners. So right now I'm gonna print the payload. Yep, and yeah, so we can print the payload, and this is the time spent on this service. So then I'll track the start time. Date.now. Okay. Elapsed time, and I'm going to type something like this here: payload elapsed time date.now minus payload dot start time. Right, then I'm going to print the payload. Okay, that's it. And yeah, we don't need wrap user hooks kind of things, which is not needed. This page. Okay, where are you going? Right. Right, then register listener, which we'll need later on, not right now. That's very interesting. Sri Lanka has 21 million. Yeah, I think it's a small country, but yeah, we have a quite big density, I guess. Yeah, a lot of people compared to like in a Western country with the same size. But I think that's very expected in Asia. Like, I think we are not the biggest density country. I guess maybe it's India. I think so. Anyway, let's get back to the code. Yeah, I don't think anyway. Yeah, poor, like it depends actually. There's like a so there's we can talk more about this. So there's a wealthy gap. So there are a lot of people, not a lot. There are people with high income, and there are a lot of people with low income, and it's the gap is increasing every day. So yeah, yeah, cool, interesting. Okay, it's back. Right, register listener. I think we will need it later on because we simply print stuff right now. So let's. I think this should work. Let's give it a try. So let me get rid of the imports which I don't want. All right. So this is okay. Yeah, track time which we will need later on. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I need some event payload. I need the event section in the payload as well. So then I can. So then it can track stuff. Let me put that as well. So just make things simpler. Right. Right. Okay. So let's import this module here in Next server. So where we have put this APM directory. All right, here it was here, and I need to open Next server, right? Import, right, and from should be APM should be index. No, we don't need index, right? Could not find a declaration file for module APM. Yeah, I need to use TypeScript, which is cool. Anyway, let's see. Let's see whether it works or not. Like if that works, we can yeah work without these errors. I think it's just like the editor throwing issues. I need to get what is I have exported. Oh, maybe I haven't exported anything. Is it? Let me check the no. Yeah, there was some errors. Yeah, that's why. It has been already declared. Yes, it is. That's why it's throwing something. Yep, that's good. That's the yeah. If I have used TypeScript, then I could have figured out this issue anyway. Right. I think yeah, looks good. Yep. I think it's good. It's the next server. So let me check the terminal again whether we have everything is compiled. I think this is older one. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Looks good. And I'm gonna import. What was the export I did in that file? I call run with store. Yeah. Then let me do a console log to make sure like we're getting this file. Right. Then let's try to run my app again. This one. Sorry. Oh wow. That's pretty terrible. I recopied it again. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now we have that file and looks good. And let me run not this one. Is it like yeah? We yarn next examples basic CSS. Okay, not that one. Yep. Yeah. All right. So it shows me very interesting things. Cannot file wrap user hooks. Yeah, maybe we don't need things. Right. Yeah, I think let's get rid of all these things because we don't need them. And yeah, we got the function and we don't need TypeScript right now. I mean, like we don't need to write it in TypeScript 4 right now. Okay, and we have this run with store. Let's use this. So we need to call this. So we had some functional. We had some call we are here. So we did something here. Basically, we have wrap it here. Let's do that. So what was the like run with store? So this is what I want to do. Run with store, and then I need to pass a request and response. Then it will do some stuff. Then I can pass this function, and yeah, then I need to return event this one. So yeah, that's interesting because I'm quite not sure I can get the response back. Let's check. Pass URL. Where was it? Yeah, that's weird because I didn't change anything. Okay, that was this issue. But anyway, like it doesn't matter. Like this should come back like this inside the. Yeah, let's keep this warning like this way. If you know why this is happening, let's give me a hint. Otherwise, let's carry on. Yeah, let me uncomment this we are here because we might not need it right now. Right. Looks like it compiled fine. Okay, and let me run my app width again, and it should not give me this vi here thing. But then if I reload the page, and it should work. All right, it worked, and we got the trace. Interesting. Yep. Let me zoom this and try to see what we have seen here. All right, Steve. Yeah. Oh, it's a try catch block. I think it should work, right? That's a Frankly, I'm quite, but I haven't seen. That's interesting. Right, where I was like, there are too many files open. I cannot focus where I was. Okay, yeah. Okay, we were here, but I think yeah, even though we can try because we are already inside try catch, and I don't think that was I think only problem when we wrap this inside the simple function, and it will lose this ability. Arrow function, if you're using arrow function, and it works fine, I guess. If you simply send a function here and it doesn't work because now it's running its own context. Anyway, I think maybe this is something I don't know honestly. Right. Okay, let's keep it like this way, and let's check the trace because we have some information here, so we can work on. Right. Okay, one thing I think about the return statement. So then I think this was you mean here this yeah, I mean like yeah, if you run something like this function, simple function here, this will be different because now it's this in the global scope, I guess. I hope so. It's not this coming from the class. So I think have you guys worked with that? I mean that because earlier we didn't have arrow function. I think even when we were starting with Next.js, I think we had. So then at that time we used to create a variable called that on the top of the top of the. We didn't even have classes top of the function, and then we assigned this into that, and we call that everywhere. That's pretty interesting at our JavaScript. Yeah. I think that's in that time we didn't had actual classes, but anyway we did the everything we are doing right now. So very interesting, very cool. I think I want to like start writing that code again, so as just to like have some fun. Forget about everything we are doing right now, classes and arrow functions, so on. Yeah, anyway, get back to business, right? Let me see some stuff. Yeah, we have some good stuff, right? So we have start time, elapsed time, and we are tracking everything, so which is really good. We have URL, okay, and I think we don't have API routes in this project, but I'll copy some real project into the example directory and we can work on. Yeah, basically I think we have the information, and the things we did are working pretty well. Right. I think I can show you the reason. Maybe let's work on the return thing. I think we are not expecting to have some good return here. Yeah, it's promise void. So I don't think we don't need to like return some stuff just to make. Yeah, I think we don't need to return anything. So that's fine. No, we don't need to return anything. Pass URL. That's weird. I don't know what's giving. Maybe that's because I was importing something not TypeScript, and then it messed things around. Right, and this looks good. Now I need a way to like get this info. So we simply console log the payload, but I think as an end user I need to like get this information from somewhere, so then we can use that. So I think the nice place should be the config. So inside the next config I define something like register. I mean like I can do something like listen tracing or something like this. So inside the config, and then if that was there, so then I can simply pass these traces into that function. Then we can do anything we want. I think that would be the interesting way to do this. Let's see, we have the config object inside the next server, which I think we have, and then let's try to hook into that. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Config. We have which is what? Load env config. No, that's not what I want. We have next config. Yeah, we have it, which is interesting. Okay. So conf and I think we have to change the type a little bit, but that's fine. TypeScript. Anyway, all right. Let's see how we can accept this thing. We have a next config. Okay, inside the class, I think we have next config. So we have runtime config something. I think this is something different. This is when we're rendering stuff. So we had this one when I was working at Next.js. So then looks familiar. This is next config, which I need. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I think we need house. So let me double check that. I think no need to double check anyway. Like it's there. Yeah. Let's see the type. Type and let's add a new function there. All right. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's pretty nice. So I think we can have anything because there's no standard in next config, I guess. We can have anything. Next config, what we have, config. All right, dot config. All right, so that's we had that one. Okay, this dot config we have run. All right, let's have something like this. Like accept traces. So that's nice. So we have this one. Oh, accept. Maybe a listen phrases. Yeah, that looks nice. But anyway, this everything will be changed. Okay, listen for some traces. All right, cool. If we have this one, we can simply pass those traces here. Yep, and then let's pass this into our code. So we did something here. Run with store. Right, then we let's pass this function as well. So if we have that, I think I should find a better way to do that, but anyway, let's do that. So what's the listen for traces? Oh, I know this is all right. What was I did listen for traces? Maybe I defined it in a previous yeah, that was I need to like get it here as well. We don't need it from here. Okay, maybe I'll pass the whole next config, which makes I don't know. Right. Okay. Yeah, let's pass whole config. Looks good. And let's open this. Okay, let's go here. Run with store, and we have the next config. And if we have, and I'm gonna pass this here. If we have something like what we call next config dot listen for traces. Okay, and I'm gonna simply pass this trace into that. Next config dot listen for traces, and it should be payload. Right, we logged this here, and for right now, let's get rid of this. I mean, just keep it for once, and let's uncomment this one. All right. Time? Right, we have some time. Oh, sorry. Old habits. Right. So now let's check our Next.js terminal. Looks good. Yep. And let's send it to 111 just to make sure that's the same thing we are looking at. Right. Let me end this and run it again. All right. Let me. All right. Yeah, we are getting it. We are getting it. Yeah, it works. Let me remove this trace console log from Next.js server, and let me rerun this. Let's add the config inside my application. Should be here in examples, in the examples directory. So let's close everything except this next server, and I'm gonna open examples directory, and it should be yeah, examples basic CSS. Yes, and we don't have next config, and let's add one. Next.config.js. I think it should be module.exports. I think we can pass a function, but I think we can have this as well. And then I can pass listen for phrases. Right, and we got a trace here. And here I'm okay, trace like this, and I'm gonna pass trace. Right, all right, that's it, and let's run it. Okay, I'm quite not sure whether this works or not. Okay. Oh, it works. Today everything works out of the box. I mean, without doing anything, which never happens with me, especially in live streams. Today, I think it's a lucky day. I think it's a lucky day because we have the Next.js conf, and which is interesting. Yeah, I didn't expect that coming. So, right, we have this. Pretty cool. And yeah, I think we covered the main stuff. So let's the main goal today is like whether this works on the serverless mode, and let's try to like deploy this into Vercel and try to see whether this works or not. If this works, amazing. Otherwise, we have to think a little bit differently. Okay. Right. So yeah, we have something like this. So then what I want to do is I think I need to like I think I need to bundle this version up next as my own into my own npm module, and I think that's how we have to do it. So let's do something. Let's open up actually I'm pretty not sure this is the place we call it, like serverless functions. I think it should be something else, but anyway, we can we have access to the code. We can figure out how to do these things. Right. Right, and let me close this, and then yeah, I think we can use local path, but then if I use Vercel, and I mean like I'm trying to upload it to like Vercel, so then it should be. That's interesting. So I think in the contribution guide we had something, so let's check contribution.md. We had something, so let's get rid of this. Okay. All right. Okay, what happens? All right, terminal go. Okay, and the next here running integration, we did what we did, and it worked. Locally compiled version of Next. Okay. An example and deploy. Deploy the examples using Vercel, not the yeah. I think it's not. It's not like let's push this code base into npm and try to see how it works. Oh, that's pretty weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, which is yeah, we can see the screen. So now we can see the screen. I don't know how it works. Maybe I have added like some shortcuts to like change the OBS things. Anyway, let's get back. I think I need to publish this my custom version of Next.js into npm. Then I can use that in the example lab and deploy it to SL and try to see whether this works on the serverless mode. So let's do that. Right, we have here. So let me see how we can build this learner project, because I haven't worked with learner when I was working at Next.js. So then okay, there's a release.js. Let's package JSON. All right, then how can I, there should be something called release publish. All right, pre-publish. Yeah, I think we need to type publish. Do we have publish? Yeah, publish canary, publish table. What was these things? So let's forget about learner, because I just need to publish the. Anyway, let's publish canary. Right, I don't know what's going on. Maybe check to readme. Publishing, release.js. We have release. I don't think that's it. So let's open the package JSON and let's do pre-publish. Yeah, learner on pre-publish, and let's try to do publish canary. Sorry, I'm just okay. Sorry about that. So let's go to the Next.js application and let's run yarn. So it should do some stuff. Right. Actually, you want to create. Do I need to create this session? I don't think so. No. Do I? Because I just made some simple changes to the core and I never change anything like this, so then I don't need. Yeah, let's say no. Yes, I'm pretty sure. All right, so I think we had to do some manual work here. So let's think about that, how to do that, because I just need to like use the Next.js repository only. Let's go to the Next.js package and what we are working here. Right, I think we already have this. I think it's not the production version, so I think we cannot use that. Oh, okay. Oh, which is interesting. So it's just change the package versions. All right. So then what's the actual publish code looks like? Learner run pre-publish. I think that's it, right? So you should have run that one anyway. Learner run build. Anyway, let's think about it. Oh yeah, I think we have our own build command inside the Next.js project. I think we can simply go into that and build it. I think that would work. In learner, I think it's just yeah. I now understand. Right. Oh, sorry, I can change the all habits. Right. Again. Right. Okay. Right. So then let's go to Next.js package and next, and this like git diff. Right. So the things we have changed, git diff. Right. This one, and we have a console log, pretty bad one. Now let's keep it to make sure we are running it. Right. I think yeah, that's it. git st. Yeah, okay, that's it. And let me add the next server. Git add next server.apm. Right, just to commit it. Like, we don't really need it, but let's try to commit it. Like, tracing support. Anyway, I'm doing not, I mean, right, which is, oh, interesting. So I think it's just linter, right? And then do yarn build. So yeah, now it's doing the building stuff. This is what we need. All right, did it build the next server? I think so. Yeah, it does. Right, and let's change the package JSON to a different name, and let's publish this one. Right, finish default in is there any? All right, then okay, then there's a watching files because oh, interesting. Let me open the package JSON. Build should be released. Yeah, should be released, not build. Build is the dev command, I guess. Right, yarn release. I think it's the same thing. npm will let you. Oh, okay, I got it. I haven't used learner, so then yeah, that's the issue. I think I should have like go into that and try to understand what it does. Anyway, right, then it's good, and let's change the name. Let's change it like crazy next. Yep, and about canary, do we need to change this? I don't know, maybe one. Yeah, this is interesting. All right, okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna use this one. Am I? Like, let's keep it anyway, just to make sure. Like, right, and then let's push this. Oh, sorry. Right. Oh, npm publish. Wow. Okay, anyway, it will build. I need to get the I think authentication token, something like this. So then I might have like search, like change the camera a little bit. Finish list. I think it might. Right. Okay, TypeScript stuff. Let's check. Oh, now it's only doing the TypeScript compilation. That's interesting. Emit declaration only. Oh, got an error. Yeah, now it's it was like, yeah, what was that? Argument not assignable to because it was thinking like they should be undefined. Then which is interesting. Yeah. So then what we can do now, we got this error, so we have to fix this. So let's that means this one is good. Let's do this. Because can we do that like this? Run. I think yeah, I think this is interesting. Past URL, and where are we getting this past URL? Okay, it's yeah, it's because it's maybe it's getting from top. Yeah, let's try to fix this quickly. Right here, run with it's not gonna work. And let's change this TypeScript and to keep it undefined. If not, and let's try to do something like, so let's see how we are creating this. Run. Okay, here I don't know whether it would work or not, because then yeah, that's just the issue. So URL with pass query. Okay, it should be pass URL. Let's give it. Let's do it. All right. So then, all right. Then where was I? All right, somewhere here. Right. URL pass URL, and I'm gonna use rec.url, and then I'm gonna use this one, and then it should work. Oh, now what? String query. Maybe do I need to like, okay, like this? Yeah, that's one. Yeah, we fix one issue. Then we have this one. I think I have to like, do I need to type this in TypeScript? Then I have to like some other. Yeah. So let's define the fake types just to make sure this works. Run install. So define types. I think I should be lib index. It should be index d.ts, I guess. I think so. Then I need to like export sync function. What was that? No, not ASIC. Like it should be run install. And I need to so pass a couple of stuff. Let's say it should be white, I guess. Yeah, that's it. I'm expecting request any, just to make sure, like just to make things quicker. Any, and the other one is config store. Any, and the fn any. Yep. All right, it worked. Right. Yeah. Yep. I think now looks good. Let's try to run it. Yeah. Now it should work. I think the reason maybe I should have written this in TypeScript, but yeah, I don't need to like spend. I think it should pretty small amount of code. Anyway, I think the problem we had with async hooks. Wow, I need to figure out why. So that's the problem. We didn't do that. Yeah, I got it. Right. So let's wait for this one. I think it should work. Right. Yeah. While this is happening, let's spend this time to do something interesting. So yeah, I want to show you something interesting. I want to actually know how Vassal did this, because there are a couple of ways to do that, and I want to know about that. Okay, where was that? Okay, yeah. So if we go to Twitter, let's go to, and the next conf thing, and it was quite hot. I mean, like quite interesting things. Yeah, here. All right. Oh, interesting. He got the 007. Okay, nice. So so that's just a screenshot now. Yeah, I'm not gonna. So let's go to my profile. I think I shared something. Yeah, here. Okay, this one. So we have here we have like a OG image, like the social cards image, and it was generated on the fly. So if you share your URL, then basically you will get your own stuff. And how we're doing it? Go to page source, and we have OG image, I guess. Yeah, this one. So then we have URL like this. All right. So then here we generate a random PNG based on this URL, and it will cache on the edge on Vercel. Then we have Arunoda, and I can get my one like this. So then this is how it works, and it really fast. So I want to know how they did this one for this version, because since with inside Lambda we can run anything, so then it doesn't matter. So earlier we have something called OG image. Yeah, I think package called OG image Vercel maybe. Yeah, this one. So this one you can do something like that. So yeah, so this is what we are using in the Next.js site.co and Next.js when you share something OG image. But then so here we run Puppeteer. So basically Stifle Sadhi is the main maintainer. So then Puppeteer to generate the PNG or the image. But I have seen like there was like a much efficient approach doing this. I assume that's what the Next.js, we're still doing right now. Yeah, I want to know about the stuff behind this. I don't know, like, so we cannot see that. Right, that's it. Let's see whether. Okay, let's see what we are doing here. Oh, okay. What was that? Not found. Yeah, I know it's not found. It's expected, right? All right. I think I need like this is bad. I think not found. Oh, interesting, because tracing nest is already available. So I should have checked the npm. Right, npm, because yeah, npm. So can I check tracing.js, and should be tracing.js. So maybe I can use GitHub, like because we pushed stuff into GitHub, so then I can simply grab it from there. I think let's use that approach without publishing into. Yeah, I think we can do that. So where was I? Where was I? So git sd. So I think we publish everything to the git next server. Git add next server. No, I think we haven't, like, it was in a directory, so then things got complicated. So wow, that's bad. So yeah, that's interesting. Even if I publish this under different name, so then I have like, so when you're using that Next.js, so then you have to like use tracing next instead of next. um so let's check about that. npm alias package. Oh, we can do something like, okay, that's interesting. I haven't seen about know about this one, so then we can do this. So let's do something like this. I think I have I think let's deploy into my scope. npm publish user scope public. Right, creating public and should be, yeah, npm publish access public. Yeah, this is what I want to do. Okay, I'm gonna change the package JSON. Right, now it should work right now. Right, then sorry, yeah, I'll keep changing stuff. Right, all right, now it should work. So actually we are spending more time for, yeah, these kind of stuff rather than actual work. Yeah, that's what happened when you're building an app. So things get stuck. That's why it's really hard to estimate things. I don't know how we got estimate things and whether it's working on. I don't know. I haven't worked in a real client project. I mean, like, uh, so it doesn't matter much. Like, we don't track time a little. I mean, like, we didn't track time much at Vercel while I was working. Um, yeah, I don't know how you're doing it. So it's really difficult. Right. All right. It's publishing. So I think no, I think it's creating a table. I think now it will last. Oh wow. Hmm. Yeah, it's not in the npm registry. So that means oh, maybe I'm not logged in. Maybe that's it. Or that's pretty good. Let's Okay, let's do this. Yeah, let me enter my password. Okay. One time password from npm. I think on my auth. All right. I think you cannot see that. It's interesting. Right. Okay. Let me wait for the token. Right. Got the token. All right. Okay. This time it should work, I assume. Right. Right. Okay. Right. Let me. Yeah. I think that was the issue. Maybe. Let's wait. If that didn't work, I don't know what else to do. I'll create a GitHub repository and push the code there. Right. Yeah, let's wait a little bit more to do its stuff. Its own stuff. Yeah, maybe do we have to create a package earlier? Like, so they change stuff? Create your package. No, we don't need, right? Hmm. Interesting. Maybe the reason I haven't logged into the app, maybe that's why it was complaining. Is it done or just interesting? Yeah, it got done in third. All right. Oh no. Yes, linked. Yes, linked. All right. This is not something else. I think it was pushed to npm. I guess. Does it? Let's check my npm. npm. Yeah, let's see. Should be thing or another. Okay. I think it's it. All right. Yeah, it published. Anyway, we can ignore that error. Right. We have something. Okay. Let's work on it. Right. All right. Finally. Okay. We need the syntax like this. So let's open the example file. All right. I'm gonna. It should be basic CSS, and I'm gonna change the package JSON, and I'm gonna din, and it should be dependencies. Next should be right, and I'm gonna use npm. Okay, I haven't done this before. Like should be right, and Arunala at next, and it should be 002, something like this, and that's it. Then we'll try to run this locally. So if that works, amazing. Right. Okay, now I'm inside this directory. Let's go into examples, and it should be on which directory is example basic CSS. Right. Right, then let's do a yarn. Oh. All right, let's do npm install because maybe it's. All right, what was that? Oh, aliases only work for registry depth. Come on. I have to. Right, that's. Come on, man. I have to like spend. So let me run it and deploy it again. So this is too much. Right. Right. Be yarn publish. Wow, what's that? Wow. No. Right. Oh. Right. Let me get the token. All right. Okay. This is super weird. All right. Yep. I was in the wrong directory. Yeah, yeah. Thanks. It's, okay. I think the reason would be like one reason for this, maybe because I was inside like VS Code terminal. Then I don't have the context which directory I'm in. If you turn on Tmax, then I know where I'm staying. Right. All right. So then this takes another 2 minutes, and let's do something useful at that time. What we're doing. Um, what we're doing. So let's check on Twitter for what's Next.js stuff right now happening these days. Right. I think everyone's talking about talking about NextConf, which should be interesting. I think that could be something similar to backendless conf that we had the last year, maybe a little bit earlier. Okay. Right. Yeah. Then. Yeah. I think. Yeah. We don't have anything interesting. Yeah. Camera was frozen. The reason was like I was trying to get the. Okay, it was still frozen. Yeah. I think I need to refresh some stuff. Let me check that. Right. I think the the reason it was frozen because I was opening another. Okay. I want to show you. Like, so basically, I'm here using my iPhone as a camera to record this to get my, because I don't think my laptop's camera is that good, and it was weird, and so I found this one is interesting. So it's a phone camera, and it looks better. So then yeah, I'm using like OBS, and then we can actually, so there's a plugin called an OBS camera or something like that. So then I have to install a app on my iPhone, and then it will sync automatically if I plug the cable, so I can directly sync that. But I think we don't even need that, and there's a way. There's an app that you can have the full screen camera. So then there's no text anywhere, like just full screen camera. I think we can directly capture that on OBS. We can capture on our iPhone or any phone, and that works. All right. And there's a little bit latency, just tiny milliseconds, and anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, so I'm not doing. Yeah. It's from there. Okay, you mean the chat pop-up? Like, you mean the, okay, not the video. Okay, the chat pop-up. Oh, right. I was explaining something else. Uh, that one is I'm using a like service called as Restream. I think they have a Restream.io. They have a chat plugin, so I can plug that, and it works. It's pretty straightforward. Like, just Google it. I think there are some other, like another provider does that. I think OBS Labs, no, Streamlabs. They have, yeah, that one. Streamlabs has something similar. I think, but I didn't find their CSS style that good. Okay, and it doesn't work for me. I can manage stuff manually, but I don't think I have time for do that. Like, try the custom CSS. Okay, again. We are spending too much time. Sorry guys, like, I don't know like what's happening here. One time password. I think that's because like it took more than the time like expired. I think they should have asked me the one time password at the end. Yeah, camera should be froze for sure. because I was accessing the OT app, and now it's back. No, not something like that. Like I was using that app to like get the one-time access token. That's it. Right. So anyway, I think we are just close to this time, but let's try to see whether this time this works or not, and then otherwise it doesn't not it's not a good time to like spend more time on this one. I'll find some other way in the offline, and then in the next stream in Thursday, I think we can do. Yeah, we can do something really interesting, like try to send honeycomb and try to complete the stuff and create the then I can create the RFC and send it to the core. Let's get some feedback and do something. Let's wait like 5 minutes whether this deploys here or not, and I mean publish to the npm if that works, and let's simply try to deploy it to SL and try to see how it works. I hope it should work. Yeah, I think I think it should work this time, because I think it's this is after the npm stuff. Let's check the npm. Npm GitHub, sorry, npm. All right, it should be tracing next. All right, that's it. I think we have it. We have it. Pretty cool. All right, let's use it. Let's use it. Right, then I need like basic CSS. Package JSON. All right, let's move it a little bit down. All right, something like this. And it should be 004, and that's it. And so let me go to the correct folder, I guess. Let's do a pwd. Right, we are in a good directory, and let's do a yarn install. Okay, what was that? Okay, yarn is not working, so I need to do npm. What was that? Right, it should be at, I assume. Right, let's get rid of this thing. Just tracing next. Okay, at the at. Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, thanks to you. Wow, I think now it's working. Nice. Right. I think it's, yeah, it will take some time. So let's wait a little bit. Yeah, right, cool. Right. Let's do that. Let's yarn dev. Okay, dev is not there, and oh, next command not found. Interesting. Yeah, it's Julian. Like it's sort of ending. Like we kind of get that, but I think we had some problem with releasing this into like trying this on production. Anyway, yeah, I think we got another trouble. Let me check. I think that's because it was, yeah, maybe, yeah, npx tracing next. Yeah, that's why it is. Like let's do it like tracing next. Right. Okay. No, not this one. Okay, it's not yarn. All right. Oh. Nope. Yeah, something is going on. Right. I think. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Anyway, there's something going on, because it's kind of late for me as well, because I cannot think more about what's going on. Anyway, like we run the version, and basically we could try to get trace information and from Next.js core. Now I need to find a way to like publish this into npm and trying out on Vazel. I'll chat into like someone for the Next.js core to get some help. Like there's a way they have. Yeah, that's it. Like I think today is like really good about like the coding approach, like because yeah, that's something. Yeah, something you could do. Yeah, anyway, I'll do that for sure, sure. And I'll send an update on Twitter and anyway whether this is gonna work and something like that. Yeah, I think I'm doing the same thing. Stream on Thursday. I'll do some work. I mean, like get rid of all these things and try to publish and get things done. And let's try to do something useful on Thursday at that time. Right then, see you guys and thanks for staying here. And it will be really nice, like see you guys and helping me and yeah, doing this stuff. Thanks again. Bye. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon.